Hey, what's going on, people? Welcome back to This Week in Grime. I'm your host, Logan Sama. We took a week off because I wasn't feeling very well, but we're back and we have got 14 days, 2 weeks worth, a fortnight of Grime to catch up on. And boy, there's been a lot going on. Yes, I know what you want me to kick off with, but we're going to leave that till the end because, boy, there's been so many dubs dropped. There's been so much war going on. I can't fit it all into one space. I literally cannot go through all of the dubs one by one. It's not possible. But we'll talk about that later on in the show. We're going to cover it. I promise you. There's war afoot, and I'm here to report it.
This is Grime MC FM. I know it always says JME presents Grime MC FM.
Let's kick it off with our first article, and that is JME's announcement that Grime MC FM is returning. Let's wind it back to last October when we all thought that lockdown was over, everything was getting back to normal, the clubs were opening again. Fabric welcomed Grime MC FM onto their main stage in Room 1 for a big takeover, and it was an incredible night. We covered it here on the show. You've seen the footage. Well, Jeremy has announced that Grime MC FM is returning at the end of March the 31st, and this time it's going to be in Earth in Hackney. He hasn't announced a full lineup yet, but you can obviously expect a whole host of big name surprise guests on the night, and it's going to be Nang start to finish. I can reveal, though, that I'm going to be returning again, so if you caught me at the last one, looking forward to seeing you at this one. Tickets are on sale right now, and as I said, Grime MC FM is returning March the 31st at Earth in Hackney. See you there. It might have dropped 2 weeks ago, but Nast's Hungry Season 2 has been ringing off, and he has been tireless in his promotion. He had a listening party a couple of weeks back at Box Park, and on March the 12th, he had an open launch party for this new project. Whilst a lot of artists have been cutting back on their track listings, this one is pulling no punches, 17 tracks deep on Hungry Season Part 2. And whilst Nast, of course, delivers that grime sound that you know and love, he has been moving off and experimenting in some different sounds as well to go with it. Now, with 17 tracks, he's got more than enough room to experiment with whatever he wants, but he has got a heap of grime on there, and it is quality. He's also got a bunch of big features, and let's run through a few of those real quick. You can catch Criminal on the project on 3 tracks, Say It Again, 80s Baby, and he's also on No Smoke alongside the legend D-Double-E. Switching the tempo up a little bit with Boys in the Hood featuring the legend Dirty Goods as well. Gliding in a lane in between grime and drill on a couple of these tracks. You can catch him alongside Novelist on opening track Smokey. Tommy B features on No More, and my personal favourite on there featuring Badness and Sharky Major is Can't Dodge the Smoke. Now, there's a bunch of visuals already out there from this project which you can check out yourself on YouTube, and there's certainly more to come, but check out the full length 17 track Hungry Season 2 from Narst, out right now. Big project. Congratulations to you, sir. Last time I was in front of a camera, it was a very sad time as we just lost Jamal Edwards tragically far too soon. But we celebrated his life and the tributes poured in. One of those tributes was DJ Jedah's tribute show on Laylow FM, which happened towards the end of February, but the video for that has just dropped, and he had a stacked lineup of artists passing through on the set to pay their respects. Legends in the game like Chronic, G-Man and Jedah were alongside K9, Suavo and Logan OLM, alongside many, many more MCs who all passed through this set. It's 2 hours plus of shelling in respect and in memory in tribute of Jamal Edwards, and this was on Laylow FM. As I said, you can get the video, it's up on YouTube right now. Everybody know, you get to know how, God. Lyrical Strally is not allowing himself to be distracted in the heat of war season. He's still got promotion to do on his brand new EP, The Medicine. The video for single Offski just dropped, and the Gills production sees Strally talking about the headaches that he's getting dealing with the fairer sex.
One rule for me and one rule for you. I know you don't love me. She said I'm a number one.
This one produced by Gills, and you can catch the video in full, directed by Eyeglass Films, right now on Strally's own YouTube channel. And of course, don't forget that the Medicine EP is out right now, that one on Travis T's Street Frequency record label. Whilst Duppy recently dropped his new EP, Now You See Me, he is not taking any breaks, and he's just dropped a brand new single produced by Scope entitled Brudda. Now this one came about when Duppy saw Scope making this beat on an Instagram live stream and reached out. The rest is history, and the brand new single from Scope and Duppy is out right now. At the moment, it only appears to be available on Bandcamp, but hopefully it'll get a wider release. But if you want to support either of these two talented individuals, then you can check it out right now. That one is produced by Scope, Duppy on the vocal, and it's entitled Brudda.
Hard on the butters like scope 'em. If I see my peakers, I scope 'em. Real shit never gets slit like clothing.
It would be impossible, unthinkable, implausible if I were to do a roundup of the last 2 weeks and not mention Twitter Spaces. Everyone has been in Twitter Spaces. It seems like there's been 3 or 4 of them every single day for the last 2 weeks, discussing things like the demise of grime, the quality of the current generation of grime artists out there, even obviously what the current status is in war season at the moment. Everyone's got their opinions, everyone's talking up, and it's all happening, it appears, on Twitter Spaces. And of course, Twitter Spaces are a great way to share insight. We saw OGs and young guns alike dropping their knowledge and insight on the grime scene, in-depth experience. But also, it's been giving platforms to people to speak that may not be so well qualified. And whilst Twitter Spaces can be an incredible place to listen and learn, it seems like some people have been using them as platforms just to be heard. Now, shout out to everybody who's been entertaining the masses, drawing in the numbers, and people have been tuning in. The discussion about grime has been going on, whether it's good or bad, people are talking about it, and the people seem to be entertained. So big up everybody doing their part, but I would definitely love to see more productive spaces happening. Maybe we'll get involved here at Keeping It Grimy. I know Grime Originals are looking to do some good stuff. Big up Capo Lee, and big up the guys over at Beat Boss as well. Shout out to Cadell and Funky D, who have definitely been pushing things forward. And whilst this grime knowledge may not be up there, you have to say that Az has been bringing the numbers in as well and getting people talking about grime. But as long as everyone is having a good time and keeping it civil on there, it's all good, man. It's all entertainment. While I'd love to say that we will do our best to keep up with what's going on, it's impossible. These things come and go. There's ones happening simultaneously. Who knows what's going on all over the place? But it is definitely entertaining, and Twitter Spaces seems to be the place where it's all going down. And finally, as promised, it's war season. We all know it's war season. Am I going to be able to go through every single dub? The answer is no. Back in the day, I put together a CD called The War Report, and that only had about a dozen tunes on it. I checked the archives, and we're already at 30 dubs, and it's only been a couple of weeks. It is exploding. There's so much going on. So what we decided to do at Keeping It Grimy, rather than try and pull it all together in a video that's going to be out of date within a couple of days, we've put together a living document, a post that will be continually updated on keepingitgrimy.com, where we're going to chronologically list all of the dubs, when they were dropped, what's going on, what they're directed at, what they're replying to, a lot of the context, and hopefully it will be a resource for you guys to keep up with what's going on, and who is sending for who's replying to who, and who said what about when. You can check it for yourselves. No bias, we're just reporting, we're just showing you exactly what's happening in the order that it happened as well. And if there's video links, audio links, they're going to be embedded on there as well. So if you want to keep up to date with what's going on in the war, it might be Cadell, PK, Reese West, Renz, Sub 10, Cruz Lee, so many people involved, too many to mention all in one go. Trust me, it's all there. We've catalogued it piece by piece, dub by dub, and we will continue to do so as this progresses. So check that out on keepingitgrimy.com. Big up the team, putting in that work, putting these lists together, aggregating the links, embedding the media, making sure that you guys are all up to the time with what is going on this war season, and we will continue to do that as it progresses. That's it from us here at Keeping It Grimy for this week in Grime. It's been a big 2 weeks in Grime and we're happy to cover it here for you. Apologies for missing last week, but as I said, illness strikes. I wasn't able to get on the camera. We're back now and hopefully I'll be back next Monday as well to run down for you the 7 most popular news articles of the last 7 days on the keepingitgrimy.com website. If you want to stay up to date with what's going on in Grime, then you should give us a follow on all of the socials that are relevant. We're on Twitter, we're on Instagram, and now we're on TikTok as well, posting those videos, those clips, those throwback clips, those promo clips. We've got it all for you. Don't forget as well, every Wednesday, we're hitting you with the Wheel Up Wednesdays. Big up Lozzie C. We're dropping new music Fridays. Big up LB and Jets. We are also dropping KIG 10s, Keeping It Grimy 10s, 10 clips, 10 videos on a theme every Sunday on the Instagram and the Twitter threads as well. So keep up with that. We'll see you next Monday right here. So you take care, be safe, and most importantly, make sure you're keeping it grimy.